Hello. Okay. Hey everyone. Welcome to my video. Today we are going to discuss about use state hook. So how the use state works, and then how we can use the use state hook in our component, and what is it used for. So basically, so use state is a hook which is used in basically in the functional component to manage use state. So as you know, before the introduction of the hooks, there was no way that we can use a state in a functional component, and wherever you want to use a state, we had to use the class component and not the functional component. Okay, but with the use state hooks, we can set the state in a use the state in a functional component, and then we can update the state. You can do all those stuff, right? So let's see a quick example on how we can do that. So I have a very simple application running here I have the index.js, and index.js is like just calling the app, and then app, I'm just displaying a label, I'm from app.js. Okay, so when you run the application, it just shows this label, I'm from app.js. Okay, so nothing else is there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just simply creating another component here. I'm just creating a component folder, and then inside that I'm creating a component file. So use state test.js. Okay, so this is my component, and I'm creating a functional component here. You test const use state test is equal to return, and then I'm just simply returning a div. Okay, I'm saying I am inside use state test component. Okay, so that's all it is, and then I'm importing here import use state test from components, then use state test. Okay, and then let me just export here, export default use state test. Okay, so now if you run the application, you can see it's not this. Let me see, it's not refreshed. Okay, so now I didn't call that. So use state test. Okay, I'm just calling this component from app.js. So it should show me this label, I am inside the use state test component. Okay, so I'm seeing I'm inside the use state test component. All good. So what we'll do next is we'll try to use a state variable here inside the functional component using use state. Okay, so here's how you can define a state using use state hook in a functional component. Okay? So const, you put a square bracket, and then you put the variable name, the state variable name. It's, let's say I'm putting this name, and then we used to use the set state method in a class component to set the state value, right? So here how it works is you define a function which we'll be using to setting the name state. Okay, so we will see this shortly. And then you have to use a use state. Okay, and if you have any like default value, then you can put it here. So it's an the first initial state. So I'm putting it as mark. Okay, so I've defined a state here, the name, and this will be the function that will be using to set state, basically the set name, and then use state hook, and then I have a default value of mark. Okay. And then if I want to like use that here, you just simply need to use name, and then I'll just use the state. Okay, so when I run this, I should see the state displayed in the functional component, and you can see name is mark. Okay, so this is how we can use a use state hook to set a state in a functional component. Okay, so let's do one more thing. So let's say if you want to like update the state from here, right? So let's say if I have a button update state, and then on click of this button, you want to set a state. You want to update the state for this name, update the name state. Okay, so let's say I'm defining a function update name. Okay, I'm creating a function here, function update name. Okay, simply what I'm doing here is I'm using the set name and I'm setting it to John. That's all it does. Okay, so we'll have a default state of Mark, and then I have a button here, and when I hit button, it should update the state or update the name to John. Okay, let's put a break statement here so it comes in 2 different lines. Let's see how it works. Okay, name is Mark, I update the state, change to Don. So that's all. So this is how you can use a use state hook in a functional component to set a state and then to update the state. Okay, so the same way that you can use in a class component as well, you use the same thing. You can define the state like this, and then you can use the set name third to update the state. Okay, so that's all about the use state, which it's pretty simple and straightforward. So that's all I planned for this video. So thanks for watching, and then if you learned something from this tutorial, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, and then and you can leave a comment and also share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks.